How is this acceptable for an NHL team of guys whose core group is now in the 9th year of being together, going to the playoffs like this? I don't understand how this is something you can even put forth on home ice nonetheless.
I like what you said. It seemed like a preseason game. Like, how is your give a shit meter? Like, where is it? Like, why does everyone else around this goddamn team seem to care more about the team than the goddamn players that are on it right now? Why was that effort? I can handle last game's loss. I can handle a game 3 loss because they fucking went balls out. They were peppering everything they could. It was passionate. It was energetic. I could give a rip if you take too many penalties because you're just playing with your nuts out as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Tonight was so uninspiring, so pathetic that I had to watch these guys just look around and bitch. Bitch that it wasn't easy. Bitch that it wasn't given to them. What planet are they on? What league are they playing in? Do they even know what the Stanley Cup is? Do they even fucking watch hockey? Do you even know hockey? Do you know what it? Do you not? You just watch the commercials of people winning the Stanley Cup and bringing them to tears while their shoulders fucking separated and their knees half torn and their fucking legs all swollen, and they just battle because they love the game and they are passionate, intense, inspiring people. I can't find it on this roster aside from a couple of guys that aren't good enough to win it by themselves.
Right.
It looked like a preseason game. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, this isn't important to me. That's what it looked like from the big dogs who we put all our faith in. I'm as positive as you can be about this team. I'll give them every benefit of the doubt. Anytime they lead with a little bit of effort, I will back them to the end of the fucking world. And they pull up with that in a game that could tie the series up and make this thing go to 7 games, or shit your pants and basically shut the season down is what they did. They have a chance to win. Bullshit. You're going to win 3 in a row against that team with this bullshit bunch of character? There is no character. I'm sickened by that. This is the first time I will just bail on the Leafs. Boo them right off the goddamn ice. They deserve it. That was a joke. And I am just done with that. I can defend anything. I can't defend that. That was a joke.
I don't understand as well. You come out in the third period, you show some life there, you show some intensity to start, and it's like, okay, yeah, you come in a little bit late, but to open this thing up that way, there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that. I'm watching highlight reels of guys, you make jokes about it and we can talk about it all we want, but quite literally not bending their knees. Nick sends us a video of a breakdown of the package of number 16 out there tonight. Just hands in the air, not going my way. Things aren't going well for us here. Loses his stick. Pick up your fucking stick and just join back in the play. Yeah, you didn't get the call. That's frustrating. But if he's not going to call it the first time, as soon as you're looking over at him, looking for the call, it's not going to be there. This guy was just so unengaged with everything that was going on. You've got these guys screaming at each other on the bench, which, I mean, for other teams, that's probably a good thing, Rosie. I don't know. You've been on benches. You've experienced some of that stuff for different attitude, for different players. They build off of different things. Those guys, that was to see. I mean, it's obviously lip reading, but you see William Nylander saying, stop fucking crying. This isn't junior anymore. That is a horrible sign. 9 years into this. This is where I was coming across in the first one, and I backed down a little bit because I agreed with your points about how it was played, but this is the concern that I had about this group and kind of the resiliency that they might or might not have in this series or in some type of playoff run if they expected to go on that. And it was like every single thing we've ever been worried about bubbled to the surface here tonight and just shined its ugly head and was like, you were right. we have no balls. We're not going to show up. We failed each other, the fans, everyone when it mattered the most. I truly cannot understand this, Rosie. I don't even like, we can break down the play and everything that happened, but I just can't even get myself inside the minds of, like, we don't show up for an opportunity to tie the series at home. I mean, I know we're going in circles here, but, like, what the fuck was that? How does that happen?
I look at Mitch Marner and the breakdown on some of his shifts, and all I can think is, who do you think you are? Are you too good to stop and start? Are you
Right.
too good to get back into your fucking position? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Are you too good to try? Do you expect everything in your life just to be given to you because your daddy has told you that you're the greatest thing since sliced bread since you were 5? Who do you think you are? I watch these shifts. You want $14 million a year to play, and this is how you show it? You just expect everything? You just expect everything? You expect everything to happen? You expect everything to be given to you? You chicken shit? Who do you think you are, you entitled little prick? You don't even have the guts to fucking try, because you might try and come up short and fail. That's what that shows me. You insecure baby. All you do is bitch and float and look around for the easy way to go. I want the easy way. I want it given to me. I want it just to be given to me on a silver platter. I don't want to have to work, and I don't want it to be hard, because that's what I deserve, because I am special. That's pathetic. I don't want this guy on my team. I don't want him near my franchise. You know, when William Nylander is cussing him out on the bench, do you know how often that happens? Do you know how bad it's got to be when they know every camera on the planet's just focused on them every second for him
Right.
to bitch him out and say what he said? Quit fucking crying. This isn't junior anymore, you little baby, you little infant. That's how every interview, every action, every piece of body language that guy puts out there tells me he is an entitled little infant. And I would give him away for free. Just give us the money back to spend. And I am sorry right now. I am sorry. I expected a little of something. I can handle losses. I can handle getting goalied. I can handle the D being kind of crappy. I can handle turnovers. I can handle not scoring on the power play. That was pathetic. That summed up this generation, and I have been on board the whole time. I want to wipe it. I want Marner gone in the summer, and I want Keefe gone, and I want to put a guy in charge who's got some fucking balls, who can grab these guys' attention and say, you listen here. If you want to do it my way, and if you want to do it the right way, let's rock and roll. And if you want to pout and bitch and be a fucking diva, there's the fucking door. And that's what they tried to do, because they knew this group needed it. That's what they tried to do with Babcock. And
Yep.
it turns out Babcock was a complete idiot, and they screwed up. And since they went from a hard ass coach, well, that didn't work. We got to go to a soft players coach. And it certainly didn't work. And now we've wasted how many years? How many years? You put Coach Quenneville at the helm, and you have the very first meeting of the year, and you say, sit down and shut up and listen. This is what this team's about. You better have some balls, you better have some pride, and you better have some guts, and you better have some effort, because nothing's ever won without it. I've won it many, many times, and this is what it fucking takes. And put it in their heads and say, get out there and show me, and if not, I'll hold you accountable. I'm not going to hold your hand. I'm not going to stroke your ego. Whatever that was tonight, it's the end of the fucking season, and there's not a chance of anything else happening. I'm so fucking pissed because of the way they came out. That was
It
that was so uninspiring. I'm sick.
Is that just like point of no return for you there, where it's just like I can't,
Oh, yeah.
like, you can't, there's nothing that you can do in game 5 here to make people believe, like, that feels like the kind of effort there where it just feels like it tells even the guys on your team that care that you're done, you're out. Like, you show up like that, you make 11 million fucking dollars, you fought for every single penny, you go out and you cry to the media, then a game like that happens. How does your teammates even find a way to buy back in after that? Like, how is there anything
They
that you could
obviously
take
aren't.
away?
They're
Right.
fighting each other on the bench, motherfucking each other on the bench. You think these guys are tight? You think these guys would die for each other? Or do you think they're sick of the bullshit and they know what's going on, what the character of this group is, more than any of us ever will? We all have our assumptions. They're the ones behind closed doors. They're the one who know each other inside and out. And that's what you see. So that tells me for sure these guys don't respect it. The leadership is the guy sliding on his knees, looking for the call, looking for answers, throwing his stuff. Why don't you go and fucking try? Every time you have the puck, you do a chicken shit play and cough it up and lose it because you're too goddamn fucking scared to get your nose dirty. Pull up the clips over and over and over and over again. The guy's too scared to even brush up against another body of an opponent. He'll put the puck in the most vulnerable position just so that he doesn't have to go himself into a vulnerable position and cough it up as the high guy along the blue line, and then just start back checking. Because, like, if I did that 4 times in a season, I'd be sick with myself. He does it 4 times in a period, and
Yeah.
you're supposed to call him one of the best players in the fucking world. Do you know what hockey is? It's a lot more than just being stupid skilled. That goal he scored was ridiculously skilled. Threw his fucking legs to protect it, keep it on the outside, gliding on his knee and his outside edge, and then
Yeah.
burying it backhand. You are so skilled, Mitch Marner. You have more skill than any hockey player on the planet could ever ask for. But that's the only thing you hang your hat on. That's the only thing you think you need. You don't have fucking anything else. Do you know how skilled Wendell Clark was? Do you know how good he was at hockey? And then you see him just going toe to toe, eating fucking punches, driving it and burying guys and getting into these brawls, scraps. It's so impressively inspiring to see a guy with a ton of skill who also says, screw it, I don't care if I'm skilled. I'm going to work my nuts off just as much as that fourth liner beside me. And then everybody is forced to follow your lead. Mitch Marner can't even bring himself to fucking bend his own knees.